Okay.
Good evening and welcome to the 1992 Pike County Family Fair Preview. I'm Jim Williams, your host for the evening. The Pike County Family Fair is sponsored every year by the Pike County Chamber of Commerce with our base office in Milford, Pennsylvania. This year's fair will be held Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 11th, 12th, and 13th at the Airport Park in Matamoros, Pennsylvania. This year's theme is the Pike County Chamber of Commerce's 30th anniversary, a celebration. Planning started immediately after last year's very successful family fair. It's a lot of work. They've assigned 3 co-chair people this year, along with an executive committee and several individual committees. This preview tonight is to inform all the people about the many events and activities that will be going on at the fair this year, so that you can better prepare yourself for the activities in which you're able to participate in. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the 3 co-chaired people for this evening. One of them is absent tonight, but on the very left we have John Organist from Dingman's Ferry. In the center, Bitsy Kopfinger of Westfall. And missing from the co-chairman spot tonight is Fred DeGroat of Matamoros. But seated on Bitsy's right is chairman of the Emergency Preparedness Committee, Jerry Oney. And Bitsy?
Thank you very much, Jim. What we'd like to do tonight is to bring to you people, the average fairgoer, some of the exciting times that we've had throughout the year. But prior to that, we'd like to talk to you about some of the emergency work that's gone into this. John, I understand that Bob Stevens has changed some of the traffic patterns this year. Is that true?
Yes, he has, but see, this year the traffic pattern will basically be a one-way input into the fairgrounds via 10th Street in Matamoros, and 6th Street will remain a unclogged street, so to speak, because that's an emergency route that'll be used. 7th Street will actually be the exit from the fairgrounds.
I understand that Chief Bob Stevens, and by the way, he's doing some job on this thing.
Fantastic.
He is some great guy to work with. Bob is talking about having 2 lanes of traffic in and out of the fair. Do you know anything about that?
Well, the 2 lanes that he's speaking of, to my knowledge, would be coming in basically on 10th Street, because that'll be a one-way street in. Whether that be 2 lanes of traffic coming in, he probably can engineer that there, but I understand that 7th Street will be the exit from the fair and 10th Street in.
And naturally 6th Street is kept for emergencies only. That's for ambulances and fire trucks only.
Exactly.
No parking or no anything
Right
on that street at all. I think he's working closely with the fire police from all over the county under the supervision, I think, of George Decker from Matamoros Fire Department. Am I correct?
George Decker is basically in charge of the fire police, yes. And we'll be having representation probably from just about every company in Pike County. They'll be assisting in the fire police work. That's the parking and control of traffic.
I think we'll try and have Bob talk to the fairgoer about what he plans at a later time. Bob couldn't be here tonight, but we certainly would like him to explain his situation. In the meantime, we have another fellow who's done a tremendous amount of work for the fair, and that is Jerry Oney. His right name is Gerald, and he is with the Port Jervis ambulance, and he's actually our right hand when it comes down to emergency work. Jerry, you want to talk to us about it?
Well, thanks, Bitsy. Yes, I'd like to start off by saying that the fair is growing every year. This is the 3rd year that we've been involved with Bitsy and her group in the Pike County Chamber. Many thousands of people visit the fair every weekend. Poses some potential situations for the ambulance. We have to be there. We put 4 rigs, 4 ambulances throughout the fairgrounds, 2 on each end. The rescue unit from Matamoros is there with first responders from Westfall, Matamoros, and then a complement of the staff from the Port Jervis and the Milford ambulances. This year we've asked the Pike County EMS Federation to become involved. They've gladly accepted. They're going to send people down on a roster type situation. We're going to set up a booth to have some information there for the people, the fairgoers. I'd like to, we kicked around the idea of having a blood pressure clinic there for anyone that would like their blood pressure checked that day. That's in the planning stages. Basically, our main concern is providing emergency medical services to anybody that would need it, along with performing regular duties on top of that. So the 6th Street idea is great to get in and out of if we have to.
Jerry, did you have much use for the ambulances last year?
We had several calls. Unfortunately, medical emergencies arise no matter where you go.
And you're covering the whole territory besides, too, correct?
Right. We still have our normal area of coverage. That's why having Milford bring an ambulance down helped. We run the gamut from childbirth, a near childbirth
That was
incident last year.
funny. That was funny.
Right at the end of the fireworks, which was at a very congested time, which went quite smoothly, to chest pain, heart attacks. We had someone with a possible stroke, and we had a couple minor abrasions and bumps and bruises from little kids.
And you know what? We had 5 lost parents.
Really?
Do you know that children do not get lost? The parents get lost. And it's really my mommy's lost. We truly, I don't think, had anything too serious last year, though, did we?
No, it went relatively incident-free, except for a few minor things that we just discussed. We have plenty of personnel on the scene between the first responders, the rescue unit, the 3 ambulances from Port Jervis, the 1 from Milford, and now the volunteers from the various agencies in Pike County. We're going to have sufficient manpower there to handle anything that would come up.
And this is all on a volunteer basis, am I correct?
Well, they're all volunteers.
That's amazing. Isn't that amazing? Jerry, I want to thank you. You're doing your usual marvelous job.
Well, thank you. We're glad to be part of it, and would ask the people to come out and support the fair.
Did you have a map or something you wanted to show?
Yeah, I have just I don't know if you can get a close-up on this map. It shows the stage area here. Most of the people have been to the fair, are very familiar with the stage. Most of the main events are occurring there. And our ambulances will be set up, 2 on this end off the stage, 2 on the other end on the far pavilion. The rescue truck is located between the firehouse and the stage as well. And we feel we have it covered. Anything that may come up, we have access and communications. Thanks to the generosity of Colmar Industries.
Colmar Laboratories loans us their radios.
The radios, we all have a common frequency, and we really all jive very well, coordinated through your office and Bob Stevens.
One other advantage, of course, that we have in addition to all the medical facilities available, having Matamoros Fire Department in such close proximity to the fairgrounds gives us additional coverage in every other respect.
Absolutely. Additional manpower, and we have cots set up. We'll have cots available if for some reason the weather's either hot or cold, any kind of climate-related injuries where people want to take a break and rest, we'll be able to facilitate that.
Save one for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Plus, we're the closest to the hospital. We're 5-6 minutes from the hospital. If something should occur, we feel that we can take care of the needs of the public quite well.
Jerry, I have gotten around recently to a lot of fairs, okay? And I always talk to them about their emergency thing. I'm kind of a nut on emergency things. And you know what I found? I found that we are better established in the area of emergency services than the average fair. And I didn't know whether you knew that or not, but...
Well, thank you. Again, it's a combined effort between the Matamoros Fire Departments, Westfall, our unit at Port Jervis, Milford, and now we're going to have several additional units through the auspices of the Pike County Federation. So I'm
just amazed
looking
that
forward to it.
they're all volunteer. I'm just so amazed that they...
And there is quite a bit of hours, which the people will be shown here or talked about. The fair covers an extensive amount of hours, all of which we're going to have personnel involved in. There's going to be a race. I don't want to steal anybody's thunder, but we're going to be taking care of the parade, the race, and then all the functions on the actual
And
fairground.
don't forget you're going to be in the parade too, aren't you?
Yes, we'll have an ambulance at the front and the back, maybe.
And we also have something in the middle in case you have to pull it out.
Right.
Did you ever realize
Right.
that?
The ambulance in the
Oh,
middle.
we always have one in the middle.
Well, hopefully that'll go incident-free.
Cover both ends in the middle as well.
Right.
Jerry, thank you. You're
Thank you.
doing a marvelous job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
John, let's just kind of talk about the schedule of events tonight, okay?
Well, okay, great, because we this year we're incorporating a tremendous schedule of events and incorporating many, many new features. As you know, Bits, you've been instrumental in bringing most of these features into the fold as far as the fair is concerned.
Well, last year I looked around and I did not see very many handicapped people. And I tell you, with the crowds, I thought to myself, I don't see people in wheelchairs and children in wheelchairs. So we have established this year a handicap program which is open to all the schools in the area. And this is all free, Okay, the school systems have been notified. All we're asking is that they transport their children
I think
to
it's a
us.
great idea to be able to avail these people of the fair and everything that is available at the fair, and they wouldn't have to fight the crowds, and they can have basically the fair to themselves and to be able to enjoy everything that's
We're
there.
also providing them with a show on Friday morning at 9 o'clock.
Nice.
This starts at 9. Our fair opens
Yeah,
at 9,
I know.
okay? At 9 o'clock, J. Mac from Matamoros is going to put on a little show. Rich Wilson, of course, everybody
It's gonna be-
knows
yeah.
Rich. And we have a very special group coming from the Daytop Choir. They're from outside of Liberty, New York.
Yeah.
And this is a drug rehabilitation area. And they have a marvelous choir. And
Yeah,
they're
that's
going
great.
to come and
Yeah.
sing for us, for these children.
I think it's fantastic.
And then after that, Project DARE from Port Jervis and Delaware Valley Schools will push the children around so that they can enjoy the entire fair, the agricultural things, the rabbits, the things that we're
Great.
going to have.
See everything that's
Isn't
there.
it amazing?
I think it's fantastic.
And
yeah.
this is all free.
Of course. I mean, that's the part of that's the idea of this whole thing, really, to avail
John,
these people for free.
John, the idea,
Yeah.
you know, the idea of the fair, in my mind, is, and when we talked about starting this, was a place for everybody to go with their families, to enjoy, to spend a lot of time, to see your friends, see what your friends have as far as businesses, enjoy the food.
Well, I think that's the idea of this whole thing. The concept of it is great because, as you say, it affords the people of Pike County the opportunity to come down and enjoy the fairgrounds, the fair that's taking place, all the exhibits that we have, and all the things that are available at a typical fair, and to bring the family. It's family oriented, so there's no hesitation in bringing the whole family down to enjoy this.
Well, you know one thing, Bob Stevens runs a very tight ship.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Okay, you know that, and I do too. And it's a place where you can turn your children loose without having to worry. But what I wanted to point out was, you know, now we're enlarging and we're including the entire tri-state area. Since we're right on the bridge there, we have New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So certainly, if
Let's not leave out New York.
that's I'm sorry, sorry.
It's okay.
We do have a lot of things go, and we'll go discuss that at 12:30 in
Let's
the
go down the line,
afternoon.
yes.
Yeah, we got a lot to
Let's go
cover
down-
here.
we got a long way to go.
A long ways to go here.
At 12:30.
At
go ahead.
12:30, we have a senior citizen program.
Which I think is fantastic. It's great.
We're going to ask the county to bring in the people who can't travel, can't drive.
No need to travel.
We're going to try and use the buses, and also we're going to ask New Jersey and New York State if they're interested in bringing their senior citizens, and they'll get to enjoy the fair without a lot of crowds.
Sure, they can spend as much time as they like during the course of the afternoon on a Friday and be able to enjoy everything that's there and all the exhibits and everything.
Well, we're going to have a little entertainment for them too, but I'm not quite sure what it is yet, because that's a secret for Jane Drake
We're
won't tell me.
working on it.
Jane Drake won't tell me
Okay.
too much. Okay? And 5:30, of course, we're having the Pike County Chamber of Commerce ceremony. And this year, we're going to honor the 30th anniversary of the Chamber, and we are going to honor the fathers, which Sid Krawitz.
The founding fathers. I think
Yes,
that's
Sid
fantastic.
Krawitz.
That's great. Let's get them
Isn't
down.
that, isn't
right.
that something?
Yep.
And you'll get to meet a lot of people, that the senators, and we have invited the governor, but he's declined. He has another commitment. But we'll settle for Charlie Lamond and a few other people
Sure.
like that, okay?
Well, they're all good friends of ours. They always come out to visit
Oh,
Pike
yes,
County and
yes.
spend time with us.
Charlie is very good
We do
with
enjoy
Pike
their
County.
company.
At 6:30, we start with our Little Miss, Little Mister pageant.
That's two of the greatest the things I think
John,
in this
they
fair.
are so
Right,
cute.
right.
I was with them the other day, and you know what? They're 5 years old. 5 years old. Some of them don't have any teeth in their front, and they're talking. They're trying so hard.
Why not? Sure.
Annie Benanni from Ann Bernathy from Milford works with these children all summer, and she brings them to the stage where they get up on the stage. They don't look like the same kids.
No.
I'll tell you. I'm excited about the Little Miss, Little Mister, and the children are.
Oh, I think that they are. They have to be, really.
I
It's
saw it the
great.
other day.
It's a great
I
contest.
just saw it the other day. They were just
Yeah.
wound up as tight as a drum, and it was only the first time they had been there. It was something new this year.
Now let's get into that one. I think that's
Mhm.
going
You
to
wanna tell me about that?
Absolutely fantastic. Yes, we have a new feature this year. It's coming in. It's going to start at 8:30 on Friday night, and it's called the Pike County Family Fair Talent Show. We have through our chair people they're invited. They have invited schools in all the surrounding area, the tri-state area, to participate, and we're getting all age brackets, really and truly. I guess from 3 or 4 years old,
I'm
right up to
excited.
15 and 16.
I'm excited
They're
about
going to
this one.
participate. We have 3 categories in this talent show,
Really?
as I understand.
You mean age groups?
Age groups, yeah.
And how old is the youngest? Do you know?
Well, it's 3 to 5, I think, or 3 to 7 is, is the
Third
youngest.
grade?
Third grade.
So it's about 9 years old.
Well, 9 years old, right, yeah. Third grade, right.
Excuse me,
And
John.
then we'll start with then it'll be 9 to 10, I guess, 11 through 13, and 15, 16, 17. Is that the age brackets?
I think,
predominantly?
I think
Something
I'm just excited. I wanted
Sure.
to see this thing come off. And when
I
we
think it will.
started out, we were kind of scratching our heads on that one.
Well, the returns have been fantastic.
Just
We've been
great.
getting a tremendous
Great.
amount of applications,
Do you-
and from the whole area.
Do you realize what the prize is? The first prize?
We have a $100 first prize.
$100
in
first
each,
prize
Each
in
category,
each
in 3
category.
categories.
Yes,
right?
sir.
$50 is the second prize.
And third prize?
Third prize is going to be a trophy.
That's marvelous, John.
So I think it's going to work out real good. I'm really excited about
I'm
this.
excited. I think
It's
this
gonna
thing
be
is
great.
going to grow.
I know you are. Yeah.
We were kind of scratching our heads what to do on that one too, and thanks to the committee, they have done a great job on putting that together.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be amazed. Our fair closes at 10 o'clock on Friday night, but let's go into Saturday.
Oh,
Okay.
Saturday starts early, and it's going to be a big day. And that first one is a dandy, starting at 9 o'clock.
Oh, I'm not even awake.
Well, the fair opens at 9, and at 9 o'clock we're going to have Bill Gay running a 5K race.
Do you know that
That's-
we have a sponsor for the 5K race?
You understand we do?
Yeah, but we
Tell us
know
about it.
we have a product called 10K, and it's a health drink. And the distributor from Monroe County, I'm not quite sure of his name, so I can't say it,
Okay.
is going to sponsor this for us, and he's excited. And of course, you know it'll go through the streets of Matamoros, the
Yes,
race. Okay,
yes.
so everybody can see the runners.
Oh yes, I understand. I've seen the route that they're going to follow. It's great.
where are
It
they-
starts at the fair. The particular route,
Yeah, there's a drink station, a water station, I think, at Bill Gay's house.
Bill Gay's house, I think, at Lewis. Lewis gonna have
Lewis's
one?
house,
Yeah.
and I think at Gene Mitchell's
And
too.
Gene Mitchell, I believe. Yeah.
Right, I think they have-
It'll go through the streets. I guess it's up Delaware. Let's see now. Does it go up the River Road? And we're going to come back through. Or they're going to come back through Avenue C.
I know it's
some of the
five-
area. It's going to run.
I know I'm
all
not
through,
running
all
it.
through. I'm not either. So, but I remember seeing the map and the layout. It looks great.
We do enough running in the park to know that.
Right.
I know that they're doing a fantastic job, and we've had a lot of fun putting this together.
I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward
Bill
to this.
said he has something like 150 runners.
Already?
Oh yeah.
Woo! I can't believe that.
Well, he's talking about it. He's really, you know, they are going to get a T-shirt.
Every runner.
Every
I think-
first 150 only.
Oh, first 150. Okay.
That's all we've ordered.
I think the concept of the T-shirts is great.
Yeah.
What we're going to do this
It
year.
says Pike County Chamber
Yeah.
of Commerce 30th
That
anniversary.
emblem, yeah.
And then in the middle of it, there's a runner. And
Yes,
it says
I know.
Family Fair
That's
1992.
gonna be great, yeah.
They're great.
That's gonna be super.
We have a lot of interesting things this
Okay.
year.
While they're running.
While they're running at 9:30,
9:30.
Gee, we have a tight schedule. Excuse me. And we have
Right.
the punt, kick, pass contest, sponsored by Phil's Ford.
Great. That's a new one this year too.
That's brand new.
That's brand new.
Howard Cooperman said he wanted to do this, and I was with him today, and he's gotten this together pretty well. We have the application ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be open for children from the ages of 9 to 16.
Great.
Okay? And I think he has a group under 9 too.
Does he?
Yeah, and he has the most beautiful
great.
emblem that he's talking about giving the first 6 in each class. Howard's doing a good job on this.
Oh, I'm sure he is. He's
Okay.
very capable.
We're going to put
You
some
know-
more in advertising.
He knows
and
what he
things
wants to
in
do with it, too.
Oh,
That's great.
Yes, he knows what he's doing. At 10 o'clock, we're going to give the race awards on stage.
Okay, that's the
now
5K race.
Oh
right?
yes, it's called the 5K run.
Run.
Fun run,
Oh,
I
right.
think.
Sorry about
Fun
that.
run,
Oh,
isn't it?
Okay, fun run
It's
is what
all-
it's really.
it's
That's
all
what it's all
fun.
about, right?
Right.
Fun run.
John, at 10:30, we have the agricultural awards and presentations on stage. Do you have some information on that for me?
Oh, do we have information? The actual agricultural awards this year are more than double what we had last
You're
year
kidding.
And in the fair, and we just expand that whole program all the way. There is a booklet available, a premium list right now that's available, and it's can be obtained in the Pike County Extension Office, the Chamber of Commerce office, or at any one of the garden centers in the area. And this will give you a complete list of all the areas that we're going to be judging on canned goods, on
I
fresh
think Tom
vegetables.
Lake has them too. In his
Probably,
corner,
I'm
his
sure,
corner
because
store. Sure, I
we've
saw them.
distributed them and trying to make them available to as many people as possible. And we're trying to get this into the hands of the average gardener, the Mr. Homeowner
I
type person,
like it.
and the youngsters as well. It's not just the adult people; it's youngsters as well. And it's going to be a separate judging for the younger area, but it's not meant for the professional gardener, the professional.
But they're
person.
certainly welcome.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
but by the
I
same
like
token, we're trying to expose this to the whole general public.
What's this on Hershey's sitting here?
Oh, Hershey's is sponsoring a program in this as well. They have two areas that they've offered us some cash prizes for a cookie, brownie, and bars contest. And the first prize there is going to be $20
Oh boy.
in cash. Second is $10, and the third is going to be a cookbook.
Can I be the taster of that?
No, a chocolate is my bag. I think I'll have firsties on that. All right, then we have a great cocoa cake contest that's going to be taking place. So that's going to be a real winner, I'm sure.
Sounds good to
and
me.
And again, we have cash prizes awarded there. It's going to be $25 for first prize.
Wow.
$15 for second, and third prize again will be cookbooks. So,
And I suppose you get to taste that one too.
well, somebody's going to taste them. Somebody has to tell whether they're good, bad, or otherwise.
Well, I guess I'll have to
Well,
taste
I
the
think-
pickles or something, right?
Oh, you can do that, yeah.
I
Or
did
jams.
that. I get the apricot jam. You know that.
That's your favorite, right?
Oh yeah. I took the whole jar
Sure, right.
last year.
Why not?
Yeah. You know, that's interesting, and they can pick this up. This is open to anybody,
Open
correct?
to anyone, exactly
Anybody.
right. And then, of course, we have an expanded area this year in the 4-H
Oh
area.
my, I'm amazed.
So we have needlework, and it's going to be available again to adults as well as children.
Oh, that's marvelous.
There'll be judging in those areas. There'll be prizes awarded. So it's a great exposure, I think, for everybody concerned.
That's marvelous. And these premium books can be gotten, right?
Exactly. And these premium books, once again, can be gotten at the Pike County Extension Office, Chamber of Commerce Office, any of the garden centers in the Pike County area.
and Tom Leaks.
And Tom Leaks.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on here. Yeah, I know we're really talking about a lot here. And Bear Herman's going to put on his log sawing show.
I think that's great, too.
People love that.
I know you do. It's
And I think
good
he's
attraction.
discussing skill sauce this
Really?
year. I think he's talking to skill sauce. We're getting a lot of big.
We've been talking for an awful long time. Let's get close to a break time here. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think it's time
I mean,
for a
what-
break.
what-
Let's make Jim
what-
do some work.
Why not?
Yeah, he's sitting over there looking
Let's
at
turn
us.
that camera
How's
over there.
Hey, Jim, come on.
Come on, Jim.
Okay, Bits. Well, I think now would be a good time to break into. So we have some video from the fine people of Access 8 that shot a video of last year's fair, and now would be a good time to take a preview and just remember what a great time was had by all last
Just
year.
stop.
And go to the videotape.
Let them get some blank tape in there, so that we can pick up fresh.
If I change the name on here, will you give me your presents? No, I better not start that this early in their life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Little Mr. Pike County pageant. You ready? Come claim your prize. Will be located at booth 15, number 1. Yeah. Clay Galasso, go out there again, Clay. Go all the way out in the middle. We'll walk and get some pictures. Stand there, Clay. Clay Galasso, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Little Pike County Family Fair 19. Our winner of Little Miss Pike County Pageant 1991. Come out and claim your prize. I can only say it in numbers. Number 2. Mary Wiseman from Milford, Pennsylvania. Beautiful. There they both are. Last year, 1990, 91, Little Miss Pike County. Big hand for them, ladies and gentlemen. All of the contestants.
I hear a very familiar voice over here somewhere. Let's see if we can pan over and get somebody on camera here.
Hey, look at that guy slaving on the
Butler Rescue and Salvage, the best in town.
You know, this is a non-commercial station, Oscar. I don't know if I can allow that. You enjoying yourself, Oscar?
I don't think so, Bob. Those peppers look pretty good.
You know, this is the only
They're a
time...
non-commercial organization, see, non-profit, so it doesn't go to commercials. It's a public service spot.
Public service spot.
That's right.
We're encouraging people to come over and participate.
Absolutely.
You know,
I'm giving them my service.
Okay, that was a great reminder of what went on last year. It's hard to believe that it was last September already. We got some more to talk about. Bitsy, what else we have?
Well, we're only up, we're only up to 12 o'clock noon on Saturday, and we got another 2 days to go. I'm exhausted, I'll tell you, John. What
We've
happened?
just engineered a big program in here, and we have to face up to the fact that it's gonna happen.
It's been one heck of a lot of work so
Great.
far.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, at 12 o'clock, what do we have here?
Well, we got a new one again, a horseshoe pitching contest. I think that's
my
fantastic.
heavens.
That's
Ed
that's
Shear's
a whole
running
new
that.
program.
Ed Shear and Ray Lyons are
Right.
doing that, aren't they?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this was their idea to have a horseshoe pitching contest, and that'll be held down in Airport Park. By the way, we didn't even say the fair's at Airport Park. Do you realize that?
We're working at this thing. We just take it for granted because we know
Everybody.
where it's going to be.
Yeah.
I guess we have to remind the public of what
Yes.
is taking place and what's happening.
Airport.
Right, Airport Park in Matamoros.
You're
That is where the
absolutely-
fair will be. September 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Correct.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Correct.
How's that?
I'm getting so excited.
Okay, right.
I wish it was Sunday night.
Goosebumps on this already.
The horseshoe pitching contest is brand new this year, but we have also something else that is not new, but not many people had time to enjoy it last year, and that's the Hope Church Players on stage. These are children, and I happened to have seen the show last year. It was marvelous.
Great.
It really was good.
It's great.
Good.
Do the next one.
And then we go into the Country Mountain Cloggers at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Did you ever clog?
No, I never
Well,
tried
I'm
that.
going to learn someday.
Someday I'd
Tell
like to
you.
try it, I guess.
They are
I never
amazing.
did it, though, really.
At,
That'd be fun.
Yeah, let's learn together.
It might be a thing to do.
Well, I don't know.
It might be a thing to
Kind
do.
of old. At 2 o'clock, you
Not-
are.
Not me. No,
Yes,
no,
you
no,
are.
no.
At 2 o'clock, we have the frog jumping
Oh,
contest.
that's great.
That is too much. And you know, Art Ogden does that.
I was just going to say, there's one person that gets more fun out of it than the kids, I think, really.
He,
Truly.
he does a lot for this fair.
Art loves it.
Okay, at
Oh,
2
now we got a new one coming in
Another new one.
this afternoon. On
Another
Saturday. Again,
new
it's
one.
going to be a bicycle decorating contest, and they're going to participate in the parade as well.
Yeah, I think
They're decorated bicycles, and I understand they're going to wear costumes too.
I
which is
think
gonna be
you know we've
fantastic.
changed that, and I think we have.
Did we change that time on this?
Yeah,
on
we
the-
changed that
on
to
another
Sunday.
time?
To Sunday. That's supposed to be before.
Oh, that's right. We did take that out of here. Right.
Before the
Just before the parade.
And
Yes.
Corey Hiller's running that, so if
Right,
kids are
that's what we're gonna
interested
do,
in
yeah.
that, that's open to children.
Because we've had so many things involved here that
Yeah,
we
we
just had to
changed
make
this
we did
around
change that.
here.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that will
Right, we should have marked it
that goes on. That's my fault. I'm sorry, John. At 2:30, we have the Turtle Derby. Now, everybody loves the Turtle Derby.
That's as good as the frog jumping. I
that's
think.
Art's again. That's Art's bag again.
I'm going to go back there and do that trick.
But here we go. This is the new one you're thinking of.
Oh, the teeny tiny pet show. Right, that's going to be down by the pavilion.
And what does that entail?
And that's going to be any small, teeny pet that anybody might have, which would have it's got to be caged. It has to be a
Oh, it better
contained
be.
animal, a
I
small
hope they don't
animal.
bite.
Well, I think they're in the cages, not going to bite. I mean,
Well, in my
keep your
luck,
keep your fingers out of the cages, and then you don't have to worry about being
Yeah,
bitten.
I'm
so
always
that's no
into
problem.
everything, you know that. But that's exciting too. Teeny tiny pet show, and then snails and hamsters
Yeah, maybe,
and little things,
well,
right?
small, yeah, all small
No
things. You
snakes,
can't-
I hope you don't see any snakes.
Well, I don't know. It might be snakes. I have no idea. But we can't control that now. We opened it up for
Right.
teeny tiny pets.
Teeny
so they
tiny
have to
pets,
do
as
their
long
own-
as they don't
use
bite.
their own judgment.
As long as they don't bite me. How's that?
It's going to be tricky to keep a snake in a container anyhow, I guess, because it has to be a
I
grass
hope-
type
I
thing. Huh?
hope,
Yeah, I don't like snakes
Well, a
anyhow.
lot of people do though,
Well,
so we really
it's not-
can't
they're not my thing.
exclude them.
Okay.
And then the,
Let's get
the wet
down.
set.
Oh, the wet.
This is the wet set.
The
It's-
wet jet set.
It's the diaper derby, and Art does this one too.
Mm.
These kids they're funny. They're funny. They have a little balloon tied to their bottom,
Yeah.
and they're supposed to crawl across it.
Right,
If they
that's
stand up,
funny.
they're out. You know,
That's
they're
great.
done. Roy Hull sponsors this contest.
He does that too.
Yes, Roy Hull.
We're going to talk about him later.
We'll
anyhow,
talk about
but,
him later,
right,
but
he
he's
does a
another
fantastic
great
job in
guy.
This whole actually in this whole fair.
Okay.
Why don't we take a break now?
Yeah,
and,
my
let-
throat is dry.
Mine too. And let's give him a chance to get a commercial here.
Okay. You want a soda?
Okay, thanks guys. I think now would be a great time. Let's roll the videotape and let's take another look at last year's fair.
Cotton candy's the big item tonight, huh? How do you count how much cotton candy you've done? By the bag of sugar or something?
Well, there's 1,000 bags in there, and when that box is gone, you know we've filled 1,000.
We're
We're about a half down there now.
about half down and the fair's about half over, so you calculated about right.
I guess so, yeah.
Good deal. Thank you.